Alright guys, this is gonna be a pretty special video. We're gonna go back in time a little bit, talk a little bit about car audio history, and I might give you some of my thoughts on JL Audio and what I really think about them. So I have here something pretty special. As a car audio enthusiast and part-time collector, seeing a JL Audio / 500-1 box in 2024 is pretty cool, pretty crazy. Even if you Google images of the slash amp, you really just get the amplifier and you never get to see what the box looked like, how it came shipped. But for those of you who are collectors of any sort, you know that when an item, even if it's used, when it comes in the original box, the original packaging with the manuals or anything that makes it a little bit more valuable, it goes a long ways. So this is a revision 11 slash amp. What that means is basically the slash amps were developed, I believe, in 2001 by Bruce McMillan, Jeff Schoon, after Precision Power was bought out. I believe also the creator or designer of the PPI Art Series amps, Carolyn Hall Young, from what I read, she also embarked with JL in the early 2000s after Extant faded away when MTX Audio bought them out. So the engineer of those PPI amps basically birthed the first slash series amps in 2001. So there's been many revisions. I'm not sure exactly how many. I want to say 14. I could be wrong, but this is a revision 11. So about every 2 years a revision would come out, more or less. So this is a revision 11, meaning that it's a slash amp that was made in approximately 2010 or 2011, as the last year these amps were in production was 2013. So I am going to be using this particular amp in my SQ build. It is definitely a classic amp, clean power, true 500 watts. If you know about the RIP system, you know this amp gives you those 500 watts and more, anywhere between 4 ohms down to 1.5 ohms with low voltage or good voltage. So again, finding this amp in this box, I mean, I was born 95, so when this amp came out I was like 6 years old, and I didn't really get into car audio until I was 16, 17, probably like in 2010, something like that. And to think these were last made in 2013, I mean, it's not hard to find a slash amp. It's just getting it in the original box. It's my first time seeing one, and I'm a huge JL Audio fanboy. I may have seen one once or twice many years ago, but like I said, even if you Google, there's hardly any images, any footage, videos. So I hope you guys get a good look at this. Obviously the box is pretty worn and torn, but it's still holding down pretty good. Let's look at some of the info they got back here. So you see specifications, rated power, the RIP system, engineered by JL Audio in the USA. So manufactured in China, that is another sign that tells you this is one of the later revisions, because the original slash amps were made in Korea, and I was lucky enough to have a 1000-to-1 made in Korea slash amp. I have a video of me restoring it. It came out pretty awesome, but again, this box is just so worn and torn. I gotta be really careful. So here's the amp, one of the amps I'm gonna be using in my build. This came from Miami, Florida. It really did. I scoured eBay, OfferUp, probably for about 2 months, and you know, I got it at a good price. Again, the fact that it's in the box, it just gives it so much value, in my opinion. Not necessarily financial, but as a JL Audio proponent and believer of their systems and equipment, and like I said, car audio enthusiast and collector, it means a lot. So I'm very lucky to have this. I'm gonna take out the amp. I'm gonna open it up. We're gonna take a look inside. I don't want to make this video too long, but hopefully at the end you guys are gonna see a mock-up of what my amplifier rack should look like in my build. All right, so I'm gonna get these off carefully as I can. I apologize for that, guys. I already took a look inside, you know, pre-opened it, checked it out, made sure everything was okay. Luckily, the amp is in mint condition. Cosmetically, it's probably a 9 out of 10. So there it is. JL Audio slash V1. Technically a precision power amplifier, engineered by Bruce McMillan, Jeff Schoon, when they joined forces with JL. So as you can see, it's just so clean, very clean. A lot of times, like I said, it's not hard to find a slash amp, but a mint condition one with the box, etc., that's where things get a little more difficult. So I previously took off the back plate and get a good look at the guts, and I will show you the revision 11. So there it is. This is the branding. Everything looks very well taken care of. No water damage, nothing looks to be burnt or melted. Video's almost 10 minutes long now, guys. I'm gonna probably make a part 2. Just stay tuned.